Hello everyone, this is Nico71 and today we will talk about this scale. First of all, thank you for your feedback on the previous video about the Cervix del Sol, the first with the unscripted video, so a lot of hesitation, a lot of grammar problem, of pronunciation, but I have taken into consideration needed improvement, so I have corrected a bit the light for light up the creation, and I try a new microphone configuration, so I hope it is better. Let's start. So this is a scale inspired by a Columbus or Mole scale, so which is antique weighting scale. It only relies on mechanical components, so with connecting rod, linkage, the dial, the weight, the cursor and the chassis, and so no electronic, only mechanical. The use is very easy. So first, when the scale is resting, you align the red cursor to the 0. As you can see, it oscillates a lot, so we will talk this about later. And then when it's aligned with the 0, you can put a weight on a tray, wait until it stops moving and read the corresponding weight. So it is about 10 grams. We'll try something bigger. This L motors. As you can see, it oscillates about 50 grams. And then if we put more weight, we can, for instance, try this motor. It's about 100. And as you can see, the position of the weight on the tray is important to have a correct reading, so it can affect a bit the reading. So let's talk how it works and how I make it in LEGO. First of all, there is a tray, which is connected to each side of the machine with linkage. So there is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to have a stability of the tray. There is 2 dials here and here. This is basically a yellow one and a black one. This is 2 moving parts. Each part is connected to the tray. So the black one is connected to the left side and the yellow one is connected to the right side. So when you push the tray, it moves each dial to make it rotate. It rotates only on one point of rotation. It is this one. Each side acts like a pendulum, so when you put here, it starts to fall because of the weight and recover its position, and that is why it oscillates like a pendulum. And so this is a combination of applying the weight, which go through the linkage, which push the 2 arms, so the 2 pendulum, and it moves the cursor. So the red cursor is fixed to the black pendulum and yellow dial is fixed on the pendulum on the right. And so the combination of the 2 movements make the scale enable to read the weight. I will show you on the other side. So you can see there is 2 links here, again for stability. There is here a counterbalancing rod, which is just guide the tray to avoid moving like that. As you can see, it can still move. Why? Because in fact I used a special axle seating that we talk a bit later, but it is very important for the efficiency of the scale. And so here you can see the other side, and when I applied weight, you can see the black and the yellow move together. So now, why there is 2 cursors? So as you can see, there is the first cursor which go to 0 gram to 80 gram, and the bottom, the up cursor, which go to 70 gram to 175. In fact, the 2 cursors are linked together. It is placed on the same chassis, but the bottom cursor here is located at a greater distance from the center of rotation. So when weight is applied, it here an angle, so a deflection of angle, maybe some degrees. And so this imaginary link will move the red cursor from this distance. And so it will travel a more distance here. If you imagine if it is on a circle, it will move a greater distance. You can read here the weight with a greater amplitude of movement and more accurate setting. As you can see, when I move here about 0 to 30, it moves about 3-4 centimeters on this cursor, when on this cursor it moves only 1 or 2 centimeters. So it enables to cover a more large amplitude of movement, large reading of the numbers. And so the question is why we have a second cursor here to read the weight. In fact, it's very easy. When you apply the weight, the linkage move the pendulum with the same angle with the two red cursor, but it has less distance, so it will cover less displacement for the same weight. When you apply a large weight, here you can see it will overpass the red dial. So if we want to continue reading this dial, we have to have another part here, and so the part will collide with the weight. So it will be here and collide with the other element. So to keep the construction simple and constrained in this form, when the red cursor is out the dial, this can be able to read the other part of the dial here. And so we can continue to read the heavy weight like that. And so it covers less displacement, so it is less accurate than this dial, but the weight is more important, so we need less accuracy. And the last things to understand is why here it looks like the scale is linear, and here it looks like the scale is slowly decrease the graduation between. When you put a weight, the linkage touch here, and so act on the pendulum like connecting rod on a lever. We have 90 degrees. For one deflection, it will give a small angle. So at this point, the displacement is quite linear. But when you reach high angle, the angle between this rod and this rod will become acute. And so when you put a small displacement, you will have a greater displacement here, because it tends to be very, very acute. It's the same configuration when you are more lifted, but here is very linear, and as soon as you put the scale like that, it starts to have less accuracy because of angle between the two rods. And so that's why the scale of the gradation starts to become more close. And now here is an important trick. As you can see, it oscillates. Why? Because it used a special pendulum element, which is in fact a bar on the rod. This solution creates very, very few friction. And so the rod can oscillate a lot, which minimizes the friction. If you compare with a traditional axle and rod, it will stop very, very soon because of the friction. And so with the bar like that, it will continue to oscillate a long time because it has very, very few friction. And this is the important point on this scale, because when you apply a weight, it is all about small displacement. As you can see, I move just some millimeters and it displays 10 grams, 20, etc. So if I want to create a big scale which weighs 1 to 300 of grams, I don't need this system. But I want to create a scale which is accurate at a low value, like 10 grams, 20 grams, etc. So I need this solution to enable the low friction. And in fact, this is the case because I use on the main rotation here, on the center of rotation of the machine, of the scale, and also on the linkage here. In fact, all the mechanical components which will pull the things and apply a force. So the tray will apply a force on this point and on this point. I need some stability, so that is why I put only on 3 points and keep the other in regular axle to have some stability. And even with that, if you take a heavy load, for instance, here's the big motors, so in the centers it will look like this. if I put off centers, as you can see, the right linkage will pull more on the yellow one and the black one less, and so the measure will be not good. And so this system to reduce the friction, it is come from, in fact, clockwork, because the pendulum in clock is very important. And so that is why I reuse this solution. But there is some other. For instance, if I show you this small scale, it was in fact a prototype. It used here a bar on the beam, but here it used another things. It's like a knife edge suspension, so it's basically a bionicle tooth on the whole of the frame. And so there is a linkage underneath just to angle the platform correctly. And so it is about the same functioning, but instead of having two pendulum, there is only one, and so the cursor, the weight is displayed here, and it has a counterweight as a balance. On this scale, there is two counterweight, so it's just about symmetry. But with this solution, it is in fact very sensitive. For instance, here I put about 1 gram, and as you can see, it oscillates a lot because the bionicle tooth has very, very low friction. And so I can put, I will show on Bricklink how many it weighs, but I think it's about 2 grams, and it's maybe 2.5 or 3 grams. So here is very, very sensitive. While if you put this on the scale, it barely not move. But this is because it is designed for that. It is designed to handle the weight from 10 grams to 80, and then 80 to 100, etc. Here it's just 0 to 5 grams, so it's very precise scale, but not to read the bit rate. So maybe it is quite simple for that, so maybe I will just make a small building instruction. I don't know what to do with that for now, but surely I will publish sometime. So we have done. I hope you like this video. As I do, I like the mechanical device like this one, the later scale, but also some other mechanical like a braiding machine, weaving machine. If you are passionate about antique object or scaling object, have a look to my website. There is the instruction, and the kit is also available at Bilkemok with the complete kit with instruction, parts, and the stickers for the dial. Take care, play well, bye.